Hey, what's going on, everybody? So we're going to be talking about the Champions League round of 8, the quarterfinals that start tomorrow and go through Wednesday. This is actually my second video breaking down the Champions League. The first one was breaking down the round of 16, which you guys can check out earlier on my channel if you'd like just to refresh your memories on that. I really didn't like that video. It was my first time going through a breakdown of some football matches and things like that. So it was pretty rough around the edges. Hopefully I do a little bit better on this video in terms of just breaking the matchups down and things like that. I really didn't like the quality of the last video. But anyway, we've got 4 matchups taking place over the course of the next 2 days. Tomorrow we've got Atletico Madrid and Barcelona, and we've got Benfica and Bayern, which for some reason happen to take place at the same time. I'm not sure who's in charge of scheduling these matchups, but it is what it is. Then on Wednesday, we've got Real Madrid taking on Wolfsburg, and then at the same time, once again, you have PSG taking on Manchester City. So we're going to start off breaking down the Tuesday matchups, since obviously they're coming up first. Now, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona coming into this weekend, at least before this weekend, it was basically an immovable object versus an unstoppable force. The unstoppable force being Barcelona with their record-breaking winning streak, unbeaten streak in La Liga and in all competitions, and then the immovable object being Atletico's defense, which is arguably the best in Europe right now and best in the world. Barcelona obviously have this front three that's probably the best to ever grace a football pitch, and then Atletico have this really solid defense. So I'm really not thinking that it's going to be a high-scoring match or a high-scoring series in general over 2 legs. I think Barcelona do get through because of their midfield, because of their experience, and because of their front three. But Atletico Madrid is going to make it very difficult like they have in the league all year and like they have on other opponents that they've played domestically and in Europe. So I do think Barcelona go through 2-1 on aggregate. I think they win tomorrow at the Camp Nou 1-0, and then I think they grab a goal at the Calderon and win 1-0 as well. Or I think it'll be a tie actually at the Calderon 1-1. That would make it 2-1 on aggregate for Barcelona. So it's going to be a close matchup. It's going to be really good. I'm really excited to see that one. Obviously, Barcelona coming off that El Clasico defeat is still Vamos Barca though, and they're going to get through. They're going to win the treble again, guys. But anyway, the next matchup, Bayern Munich taking on Benfica. Now, Benfica are really my dark horse for this tournament as a team that could get through the finals, kind of like Chelsea in 2012. I think they have a lot of talent. They're a really underrated side. They've got Renato Sanchez in midfield. They've got Jonas, who's found form up front now at like 34, 35. He's just hitting his peak. So they're my dark horse to go through, especially with Bayern really struggling since the turn of the year in the league and in Europe. Obviously, you had the result with Juventus. Really should have lost that matchup if Juventus didn't get fatigued throughout towards the end of that match. So I think Benfica are going to go through on Bayern. Now, I'm a little timid in terms of giving a scoreline for this one. I'm going to go Benfica 3-2 on aggregate. I think they're going to come out. I think they're going to win it at tomorrow 1-0. So, we'll see. It's gonna be a good one. Then on Wednesday's matchups, you've got PSG, Man City, like I said, and you've got Real Madrid, Wolfsburg. Of course, Real Madrid get the easiest draw that you could possibly imagine. No disrespect to Wolfsburg, no disrespect to Wolfsburg supporters, but they're like a mid-table Bundesliga team right now that aren't showing any signs of going higher than that. Nonetheless, they still deserve to be in the round of 8 in the quarterfinals, so I don't think Real Madrid can afford to just overlook them. But I do think Real Madrid go through. Just too much talent up front with BBC, Benzema, Bale, Cristiano. I think they go through pretty handily 4-1 on aggregate. Then to the main game on Wednesday, PSG versus Man City, which I'm really excited for. PSG had their win streak in Ligue 1 snapped a couple weeks ago, so they're no longer invincible there. And then their form's been slowing down a little bit in Ligue 1, but they have pretty much wrapped up the league since December, so no real concern there. However, I did pick Chelsea to beat PSG in my last round of 16 breakdown video. I thought they would come back to Stamford Bridge after getting the momentum in France, and I thought they would win. It really didn't go that way. But anyway, I still think that the EPL can pull out a win and finally get back to the semifinals. I think City have talent. Pellegrini, he's really got nothing to lose. Obviously, Guardiola coming in next year. I think they go through against PSG 3-2 on aggregate. I think they get a win tomorrow, and I think they draw And the next one to just go through, just squeak through. So that means my final four would have to be City, Benfica, Barca, and Real Madrid. Of course, I'm picking Barca to repeat as champions, guys. I mean, why wouldn't I? They're unstoppable, and they just get better and better with time. But it's going to be a really interesting Champions League round of 8 draw for the next couple days. So I am looking forward to watching them. If you guys did enjoy my breakdown of the Champions League quarterfinals, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more footy content, more upcoming videos. I've got a political video that's going to be going up tomorrow, breaking down the Wisconsin primary and things like that. So if you're into politics, stay tuned to the channel for that and subscribe for that. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm out.